Hello! Welcome to the Binder Misfit Cards. I'm Bez, pronounced he, they, and this is just a show I have to look at the weird specimens Magic gathering, the strange cards I've imprinted over the years. Thanks for tuning in, I hope you enjoy it. And let's look at our main subject today. We are going to take a look at Steamflogger Boss. This was a card first printed in 2007 for Future Sight and has quite the history. Let's look into it. Steamflogger Boss is a card that costs 1 red mana and 3 other mana, with a total mana value of 4. It reads the following. Other riggers you control get +1/+0 and have haste. If a rigger you control would assemble a contraption, it assembles 2 contraptions instead. What's a rigger? What's a contraption? Even when this card was printed, no one really knew. To quote one Magic the Gathering article, link in description, what were contraptions? What did they do? There weren't supposed to be answers to these questions. It was an artifact type that meant nothing. This is because Steamflogger Boss is one of the future shifted cards in the set, which means it has characteristics that a card has not had before. The problem is no card had any characteristics like it after the card was printed either. That is, until 2017, a full decade later, when Unstable came out. To finish the quote from the article I read, with the release of Unstable, we finally have the answers. The faux prophecy of Steamflogger Boss, that is, has been faux fulfilled. The parody set has things that are built around the keywords of the card, with contraptions and riggers all around. The Steamflogger Boss even got a reprint in the set. It's cool to see this card fully realized at last, even if it took a full decade for that to happen. So how do you play with Steamflogger Boss? Let's see if we can make an unstable deck with it. Alright, let's lay down the rules for this deck. Basically what you need to know is that because this is a deck for and of silver bordered cards, you can't play this legally. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's make a deck. Actually, before we play with Steamflogger Boss, we should make sure we understand how the heck contraptions work. The information I'm conveying here is stuff I got from a few other videos and articles. I'll put the links for them in the description. Contraptions are artifacts, and they go in a special deck, separate from your library. If they're destroyed, they go to a special zone called the scrapyard, not your graveyard. They don't go onto the field until they are assembled, which is done by certain cards. Each contraption has an ability that triggers when you crank it. To crank a contraption, look at the back of the card. You can see 3 sprockets there. When a contraption is cranked, which happens when certain cards activate contraptions, you move a crank counter from one sprocket to the next, which makes the contraption's ability trigger. Alright, did you get all that? I hope that explanation was correct, because I find contraptions very hard to understand. You contraption experts out there, let me know in the comments if I got it right. Okay, if we're gonna make contraptions with Steamflogger Boss, we better get to work. I definitely recommend adding a kindly cognition to the deck. I also like Steamfloggery quite a bit, considering our main contraption has the potential to assemble. Steamflogger Service Rep is also a good addition, and works well with Steamflogger Temp, Wrench Rigger, and Steamflogger of the Month. Now, exactly what contraptions should we include? There are quite a lot of them after all, but I'll just list my personal favorites, so you can brainstorm off of them. Those are Arms Depot, Boom Flinger, BB Gun, Auto Key, Duplication Device, Dual Doom Suits, Division Table, Dispatch Dispensary, Deadly Poison Sampler, Hard Hat Area, Gnome Ball Machine, Gift Horse, Jamming Device, Lackey Recycler, Neural Network, Record Store, Rapid Prototyper, Pet Project, Sap Sucker, Sundering Fork, and Widget Contraption. That was quite a range of contraptions that should give you some strategies to aim for if you choose specific ones. Contraptions like Applied Aeronautics, Gnome Ball Machine, Optical Optimizer, and Auto Key can also work really well with cards like Aerial Toastmaster, and because it is a rigger, it will assemble 2 contraptions thanks to our Steamflogger Boss. Also, if you're planning on assembling a lot of contraptions, definitely put a contraption cannon in the deck. Finally, don't forget to add an Underdome. Well, that certainly was an interesting journey. I hope you enjoyed looking at Steamflogger Boss. I certainly think it's a very interesting card. Do you ever pull it from a pack? What do you think of this strange specimen? Are there any Misfit cards that you think I should look at? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving a like and subscribing. I'm not getting any money from YouTube for doing this because I don't have subscribers, so that would really help me out. If you really like the video, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/Norbez. You can go look at content early, what I'm going to do next, and even get a custom video or essay if you want one. You know, all the good stuff. Alright, I'm Bez from the Binder Misfit Cards, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Cool.